Now see, in-house teams, what is in-house legal teams? Basically the lawyer in the company, okay? They get involved when usually there are big ticket transactions, there's a litigation, there is a big compliance issue, corporate matter, there's an investment or a loan, okay, or major contract is being signed between the company and another party, or serious regulatory disputes, okay. Compliance teams, like, you have legal and compliance team, you have company secretaries, they are seeing the corporate side of compliance. Sometimes they look at trademarks, a lot of times they're not looking at labor laws, okay. Labor laws is left entirely to the domain of HR managers. HR managers are really the first line of defense and offense. Like if you have to do anything, uh, you want to streamline your internal policies, HR managers are going to be the ones to lead the initiative, and if there's a problem, you will be the first line of defense. HR managers are responsible even for handling any escalations. If you have to work with outside lawyers, sometimes the company may have a legal team, and they will not even look at they'll not look at the work directly. They will say, okay, you coordinate with an external lawyer and get the job done. So there will be minimal supervision. That, as an HR manager, you found that you have full freedom, flexibility, and actually a huge responsibility to get this job done. And you have to literally take positions on matter. कि ये कैसे करना है, how to do this. And you'll be like, okay, the legal team should say, because what if I write this in the document? What implication will it create for me? Right? What will the future be? Is this wrong? Is this correct? And again, you have to look at the law, you have to look at the act and the state rule, then you have to look at the form number, then some consultant says, "No, boss, you have to do this." Then you prepare a draft, and somebody says, "No, write like this, write like that," and you have to deal with the labor authority face to face, and there's a whole problem, right? If the situation goes out of control, if there's a really bad situation, maybe a legal team gets involved. But when it is already too late, right? Already too late. By then, your documentary trail, all your evidence, everything is complete. You all are following what I mean by evidence. If you dismissed somebody, okay, imagine this: you had an employee who was not coming, who was underperforming, and then there was a misbehavior. Okay, there was an act of insubordination. He was Manager was issuing instructions: do work from this time to this time, do this work. He wasn't doing it and saying that I'll not do the work. Tell me what you'll do. This is called insubordination, okay? And then manager would have said, okay, you can resign and leave the job. Employee will say, no, you do what you can, okay? So there's an insubordination here. Now what you have to do, you have to carry out proper termination proceedings, okay? Now how will you do this? That is the kind of situation HR managers frequently land into. Now if you wait till the end, suppose you did it whichever way you understood, okay, you created some letters, documents, and then you terminated the employee. He tried to show up for work but couldn't get past security. 3 months baad goes and files a case, okay. The court asks you that, what did you do? And by then all the documentation is complete. You can't do something new, right? You can't conduct a hearing. You can't conduct any hearing at that time, right? So by then nothing can happen. So documentary trail is frozen. So whatever risks are now because of your actions, or whatever improper action you have taken, is on you. And the employee's fault for insubordination is there. But the risk is that if any process that you took was wrong, if you didn't do this procedurally in a correct way, you may have to reinstate the employee. Reinstate meaning reinstate with back wages, right? Because your termination could be illegal. Okay, if Industrial Disputes Act doesn't apply, and if it's a pure contract that is applicable, even a consultant, okay, or an employee under a regular contract can claim compensation for wrongful termination. You're getting it? So what is happening is that by then it's already too late, and you will have to therefore be involved as the first line of defense. Key when the matter is starting, you don't know which matter is going to blow up when, right? Don't have that kind of foresight, so you will have to decide from the beginning to end. Every matter has to be done in a certain correct procedural way, and that requires drafting skills.